What's up, everybody? It's LT Giles here, and this is going to be my story time with LT number 5. Well, anyways, today, guys, I'm going to give you two for one type of thing. I'm feeling generous. No, but these stories are both kind of short, so I'm going to give you guys two. Well, okay, so the first story takes place back in around 1991, somewhere in between 1991 and 92, maybe 92, because I lived in these apartments for about 2 years, and like I said, it was um it was a bad area. But I had a friend named Casey, and he was like my little partner in crime. We'd go to the pool, we'd hang out, we'd just play with all the other kids, and me and Casey, his mom, right? She would always I felt like she'd always win. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but she would always play at the slot machine. Well, not slot, like in 7-Eleven out here in Las Vegas, they have like little machines where you can play poker, blackjack, and you put a few dollars in it. And I felt like his mom would always win because she gave me $20 a few times when she would win. And me and Casey and his sister and everybody, we go to 7-Eleven, get Slurpees and candy. And it was just so cool back then. And maybe I'm exaggerating, but I know she won a few times. And we even went trick or treating one year, and their like oldest brother, he was like 18. I think his name was Chris. And it was so funny because he didn't have a costume, and I had a hockey mask, like a Jason hockey mask, and my sister had like a clown wig. It was funny, and he wore them together. And I still remember that day when we went trick or treating. And he was making these weird noises and stuff. And but anyway, so me and Casey, like I said, we'd be running around the apartments, and there was this kid who he was like from the country or something. And he would always wear his overalls. I remember that, overalls, and he'd be sitting on the porch, and he just looked so mad. And me and Casey, one day Casey, we're walking, and Casey just says, "Oh no, poor sport, poor sport." And he says, "Shut up." And so we ran. And next day we see him again. We're like, "Poor sport, poor sport." And he chased us again, didn't catch us. It was like 2 days in a row he didn't catch us. And so the third day, me and Casey walk by. Casey walks up the stairs, and I'm up there a little bit, by him. And poor sport, same thing, tries to catch us. He doesn't catch us. And we're just laughing, high fiving, thinking it's so funny that this guy can't catch us. And so next day we run by there. Poor sport, poor sport. We think we're getting away clean. Another kid comes, scoops us up. One of the kids got me in the headlock, and I'm thinking we're about to both get our ass kicked. But no, they just yell at us and tell us not to do it again. It's funny. I asked the kid, "Why is he so sad?" And he said, "Shut up, you little twerp." But it was pretty cool. It was a learning experience. It was pretty funny. I thought I was gonna get beat up, me and so did Casey, but we didn't get beat up, and it was a funny time. I laugh about that a lot sometimes because I don't know why Casey called him poor sport, but we thought it was funny to call him that. So my next story, fast forward a lot, when I'm 18 years old, working at Home Depot, my first job, and I ride the bus home all the time. And there was one day there was another guy on the bus, and we were talking about comic books and freaking video games and all that. And a few stops later, a guy gets on the bus, and he starts staring, just staring. And I'm like, man. I asked him, "Do you need something?" And he just kept on staring and saying nothing. And so we're talking, we ignore him. The other guy says, "Bro, what's up with you?" And he doesn't say nothing. And I still remember this stare today, man. It makes me feel uncomfortable just thinking about it. But remember I told you guys about the Hollywood video thing, and I felt my spidey sense come alive, and I knew something was up with this guy. I just didn't trust him. I didn't want to be around him. I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, if he steps up, I'm just gonna have to bomb on him. But he didn't. And then a few stops later, me and this kid, I can't remember this kid's name. It's crazy. I can remember the dude's stare, but I cannot remember the guy I was talking to. Anyway, so we get off the bus. He goes one way, I go the other, and this dude gets off the bus, and he starts following me. Well, I think he's following me. I don't really know if he was following me, but he was walking the same place as me, and I'm looking behind, and he's almost about to get a little close to me. So I pretend like I was jogging. Started moving a little quicker. And I could still see him out the corner of my eye, like when I'm doing that, see him out the corner of my eye. So I just start booking. I didn't want to fight, and this dude seemed crazy, so I just ran as fast as I can and got away. But the stare was creepy, man. I'm glad I didn't have to fight that guy. But I'll never forget it. It was creepy, and I'm glad I got that spidey sense, man, because even when I'm on the bus, like when I ride the bus, I'm always aware of my surroundings. I try to be, because I've watched a lot of movies and I've read a lot of stuff, man, and you never know who's gonna trip on you. Like some guy recently was on the bus, and he was standing by me, and he just was like talking to himself and talking like he was gonna whoop somebody. I heard him because I had my headphones on, but I could still hear. And I pictured in my head, I'm like, man, if this dude does something, I'm gonna grab his ass, headbutton, elbow, throw his motherfucker to the ground, and you just gotta be aware of your surroundings, people. That's my thing. Just always be aware. Don't let nobody sneak up on you. And if ladies, when you go out with your friends, pay attention to your drink. Don't bring it with you to the bathroom because it's creeps out there, man. That's all I'm saying. Be aware of your surroundings. Oh, shout out to the Knights cancel yesterday. We broke the record again. I can't believe it. I don't know how I did it. And just like last time, I dozed off a little bit. And Don Willie, he texted me once and was like, LT, you with us? And I think that's when I dozed off. But I get off work at 9 and we start at 10, so I work graveyard, so I didn't get time to sleep. But anyways, it's epic, man. And shout out to everybody on the Knights cancel. But yeah, this is Storytime with LT number 5, and I'll be back next week. And out, guys.